Now, breaking news from NBC4.
Breaking tonight, NBC4 Investigates has learned the ransomware attack that hit the city of Columbus goes a lot deeper than just city employees.
Even if you are not a city employee, now is the time to pay attention. More than 3 weeks ago, the city was hit with a ransomware attack, and today the mayor said the data lacks value and is not usable. But
NBC4 Investigates found the opposite. Today, we saw very private data on people who are not city employees.
Yeah, NBC4 Investigates' Isabel Cleary has been leading the way on this story and is here with what she has found. Isabel.
Jen, Jared, social security number, addresses, and driver's license are just some of what I saw today. The information belongs to private citizens who visited City Hall or interacted with the city attorney's office. The mayor did make himself available for an interview this morning before we uncovered the serious breach.
We believe that the screenshots of the data files are the most compelling asset that they had, but that sensitive files were either encrypted or corrupted. We believe this is why the data auction failed. So we had to be very careful about everything we said so as to not compromise the investigation or antagonize the threat.
Most of what the mayor said we have decided not to air because our reporting has found it is incorrect. A cybersecurity expert showed us the private information he got off the ransomware group Rosita's site, and it's very personal information for private citizens.
There was a table, and there's the date of birth, the license for each individual, license expiration for each driver's license, so they're using the license scanner.
Hundreds of thousands of driver's license numbers from people who went into City Hall, let's say to a council meeting, are now on the dark web. Our reporters and anchors do the same, and we saw our own information posted.
This took me approximately 12 hours to download.
Our expert also found City Attorney Zach Klein's database. It includes social security numbers and names crime victims.
Right now, I'd be signing up for credit monitoring services. For start going through their bills each week or month and make sure that there's no fraudulent charges or someone signing up for new credit cards under their name, because all of this information can be utilized, and the prosecutor's database has all of that information of social.
Some of the files are empty or encrypted and are worthless, as the mayor said. But our expert says that doesn't mean the passwords to unlock the data aren't buried somewhere in the leak. We did reach out to Zach Klein's office before airing our story to make them aware of what we found. We also reached out to the city before we broke this story on First at 4. We showed them some of what we found, and they are working to confirm it for themselves. Now, we did confirm at least 3 of our own employees were listed in that database from times they have gone for interviews at City Hall. They confirm this information is accurate. There are things you can do to protect yourself, or if you think you have been a victim of a hack, and we've outlined it all on NBC4i.com/cityhack.
Yeah, and I really just want to emphasize the fact that this is not something that you've worked on in a day or a couple of days. This is something that as soon as we found out that the hack had happened, you've been working with these experts and trying to find out as much information as possible. And this information today, I think, really shows how serious folks should take this, whether they are employed with the city or not. The options to freeze your credit, one of the options that you can find online, and maybe a good next step for a lot of us.
Yeah, that's right. Definitely freeze your credit right now.